I'm a passionate Nigerian, just like many of us out there, in millions. But there's a season, and the season now is Nigeria 2015 election. The most important part of this message is please don't allow yourself to be used for any political violence. Look at the leaders, look at the way they interact, the way they talk to us, the way they behave. At the end of the day, they are only looking for that single vote that belongs to you. It's not a do or die affair. It's a do to vote very, very wisely. And that's the most important thing you can offer to them. At the end of the day, your vote do count. Thank you.
Morning, Mr. President. Morning, sir. How are you, Mr. President? How is the campaign?
This land of mine, Nigeria, on my mind, pouring in diverse.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's another wonderful day here in the United Kingdom, London to be precise. And we're talking about nothing more than Nigeria, because why? Nigeria is the most populous black nation in the world and #1 in terms of economic development on the African continent. But again, in the olden days and even present day, people can't talk about Nigeria without talking about the gateway avenue, the gateway path into the actual country called Nigeria. And it is indeed a pleasure for us tonight to bring you the man who is in charge of that gateway place, gateway town, gateway city, gateway state in Nigeria, the #1 industrial state in the country. And of course, one of the states that has been rated by World Bank as the most developed industrial and good economy, and of course, a state that has more than 10 international companies and organizations in there. We're talking about the gateway state. Indeed, we're talking about Ogun State, to be precise. And once again, it's a pleasure to have in studio with us live, coming to you from United Kingdom, His Excellency, the Governor of the state, His Excellency Senator Ibikunle Amosu. You're welcome, Your Excellency.
Yes, very good evening.
Well, is there something that the diasporian...
Please, let me say hello to our people.
Yes.
I mean, to be unfair, if for the first time I'm here, I have to use this opportunity to thank them, to say that all that they are doing, it is not going unnoticed. We know they are doing their bit here. But for me, yes, I know they're here, but they should still continue to play their part back home. And I can say that they are doing that. They should do more. So I want to thank them on behalf of our people back home. I know they are part of us. So I'm not only saying very good evening to all the good people of Ogun State that are here, but to all Nigerians and by extension, all of us that are black and those that are friends of Nigeria and our friends in Ogun State. So good evening, everybody.
Well, thank you very much, Excellency. I was going to add on top as well that it has been a long time trying to actually get you to be a guest in our studio, but it is a privilege, the Gateway State, and you're here now. Now, let's quickly rewind back as looking into your historical background, coming from somebody who's an accountant and then going into politics. How would you describe your move from private sector and becoming a public figure in Nigeria?
Well, let me say this, that truly I never imagined, really, that I would find myself in politics like this. Indeed, it happened some 30 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago. When I see people going into politics, some that are professionals, I go to them and tell them that, what do you want to do in Nigerian politics? You know the way we say it is a dirty game. Why do you want to be there? I remember one of our elders, he represented us at the Senate. When he was going into politics, I met with him and I said, sir, what are you doing in politics? God has been kind to you. So he said, well, let me go and try. People came, this, that, and I want to acceded to all their requests. So when he saw me one day, and I said, sir, I'm going to policy. He looked at me and said, you want to destroy yourself? And he plays with me like that. But answering your question, I think it will get to a point in one's life, and you ask yourself, what is this life all about? If you cannot truly give it back to probably your roots and those that believe that, oh, I can add value, I can change things. When you perceive that things are not going right, or maybe you, not just when it's not going right, when you think that, okay, yes, people are doing their bit, but I think I can add my own efforts too. Mm-hmm. And that's how I found myself in politics. And just like play, I started, and to the glory of God, it's been a huge success story, really, because what I set out to do through the benevolence of the Almighty Lord and the support that our people are given for me back home, we've been able to achieve some. We are not there yet, but truly we're on the right track, and I no regrets. And I'm happy that
a politician. Now, of course, going backward as well, you have been within few parties. And what is the difference between the party that you became a senator in Nigeria and your present party of today?
Well, let me put it in the right perspective. I'll probably say, yes, maybe this is my third party because I started with PDP. And when I realized that there's need for me to look for other alternatives than PDP, other platforms, that time I should ordinarily have just go to AD. But if you know what was happening then, where I come from, and there's something, yes, politics will come and go. It will not just be about politics. We will live beyond politics. It was then that I realized that there was this difference, let me put it like that, between the then president and the vice president. And when the vice president was going into AC then, back home, it's like, oh, if I opted for AC, it would be like, oh, are you fighting the president and everybody? And I said, no, I just want to prove a point and tell people that, yes, if you are determined to serve and your people love you, they know that you are genuine, you are truthful with them, they will follow you. That's why I found myself in the MPP. The people even tell me then that, oh, what are you doing in the MPP? They will say AMPP is not known to us in the South, particularly Southwest, and probably even South-South, that it's more of a northern party. But again, we were there, and to the glory of God, you saw what we did. Our people followed us there. And of course, where I think I naturally belong, and that is the progressive fold, when the opportunity creates itself again. So we're there. And I think this is where I've always loved to be. And I'm happy that finally we're in the progressive, in the fold of the progressive. And that's the story so far.
And then, of course, then you became the governor of the Gateway State, Ogun State, one of the state, actually the only state in Nigeria that probably produced quite a lot of firsts in the history of Nigeria, from the musicians, icons, almost everything, really. When you became the governor in 2011, what did you find on the ground, and how will you see the changes that have taken effect in the state?
Well, let me say this, and when we were campaigning around, particularly in 2005, 6, 7, to the 2007 election, when I see the enthusiasm of our people, I tell those that are following me that, oh, I am worried. They ask me that, are you not happy? Everybody is. I said, no, that I'm worried in the sense that if you see the enthusiasm, the expectation is so high like this. So I get worried that, wait, how am I going to quickly? Because if people are expectant, they want everything, everybody is like, oh, this magician is coming. Once he comes in, everybody. Then you begin to ask yourself, God, whereas others are seeing, yes, that brighter side of it, everybody, just like what is happening now, everybody is identifying with us. Again, you ask yourself, you pray to God that, God, all of these people that believe in me, give me that wherewithal in terms of the intellect, in terms of the health, everything that you will need, of course, to make that difference so that they will be happy. So when everybody was doing happy, jumping around, for me, I was thinking that, oh, I have a lot to do. And yes, 2011 came, just as what we expected. Everybody, they were for me. And I realized that, oh, God, once you are there, we must hit the ground running. But you know it's different. When you get into an office and you see what, this is truly what is on ground, then you have to sit down and marshal a plan. Yes, of course, we were running around. We have our manifesto. We want to do this. We want to do that. Then you get in reality, beckons. Then you sit down and say, what do you do? Ordinarily, yes, quote and unquote, I found myself in politics. I don't call myself a professional politician. It happens to be those that we are not professional, we are not politicians like that, but we found ourselves in politics, and yes, we've been able to manage to cope. So I got there, and the first challenge was that, politicians want to be everywhere there. And I asked myself, no. We have to bring in the best brains, people that can actually help me to achieve those dreams. If you get to a place and you meet about, even my predecessor said he left 50 billion by way of debt. If you look at all the states, and I maintain all, probably except Lagos, and you know what has happened in Lagos. Because for me, it's not even the quantum of the debt, really. If you look at, what do you have by way of internally generated revenue or by way of whatever money that comes to the states? Okay. If you know that, I have this quantum of money, then you can, of course, at any time when there's need to service those debts, if you have the capacity to do it, then it will pale into insignificance if you begin to say, so it's owing this much. But in relation to what Ogun State, what we earn, I don't know of any state that was worse than Ogun State. I can quote, Oyo left probably about 3 billion. Edo maybe about 1-point-something billion debt. It's like that. But Ogun State, 50 billion, on what they said. But when we came in, we realized that we asked people, this is our tough. Please go through the account, let's see what is on ground. They came with about 87 or so billion naira that they were owing. Even up to today, people still come and say, they are doing this, they are doing that. They will still be saying, they are owing us this, they are owing that. So if you have 84, whatever billion, then you know there's a problem. Then there's a problem.
I answer a phone call, but okay. I don't know, Your Excellency. Let me see. Hello, do you have a caller on the line?
Hello?
Hello, you're welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
All right. My name is Nala.
Okay. And
I'm calling from London.
Okay, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Can I make my contribution?
Yes, please. Ask His Excellency your question.
Hello? Can I make my contribution?
Yes, please do.
Yes. What I'm going to say is that, when they make the advert both wisely, yeah? The man that speaks in Yoruba said, explaining to people
yes.
what to do during the voting, yeah? That man, I'm looking at him in the TV now. Now, he speaks in Yoruba fully, explaining to people. Then he speaks in Hausa fully, explaining to people.
I think Tony...
He speaks in Igbo, he says dialogue.
Let's take it.
And then,
Yes, I think she's talking in relation, really. First, she wants to talk on the relation that I'm asking people to pledge peace in Nigeria instead of going into violent attitude with the coming election. So let me come back to you.
I see. Okay, so you came here and you discovered that, this is what is on ground. There's no, all the arms of the civil servant, they were being owed. Doctors were being owed. Everybody were being owed. Then you know that reality beckons. Then you have to sit down and say, how do I get out of this quagmire where I found myself? It wasn't totally unexpected, but we didn't realize that it was that bad. So, but we thank God, we put our teams together, and I make bold to say that, yes, we have very good teams. The only thing is you must be from Ogun State. Wherever you are, we'll come and headhunt for you. Whether you are here, you are in the States, you are within Nigeria, there, wherever you are, if you can do the job. So that's the first thing, the challenge that I have, to put the team together. And of course, that comes with a challenge. The professional politicians felt that, wait a minute, who are the people you are bringing now? Where were they when we were running around? And I tell them that 1% of something is better than 100% of nothing. It would not make any sense if we just put ourselves there and we cannot even, we are there, we met this huge debt. Salaries can't be paid, this can't be paid, that can't be paid. Then there's a problem. We need to get people there that will sit down with me. I'm not putting down the politicians. There are some of them, yes. They are professionals too, and they can do well. So those ones, yes, they were part of what we are doing. And today we have very good news to tell. Okay. Yes, we are not there, and that's how we started. Okay. And we realized that, we need to plug all the loopholes, which we did. We need to go cashless, which we did. In fact, the totality of what we are trying to do is to reverse that ugly trend. Nobody wants to touch Ogun State with the longest of poles. Ogun State was more of a pariah state. Security totally collapsed. People were being killed at will, everybody, for wrong reason. Ogun State was being put on the front pages of newspaper for wrong reason. You will see nude pictures. All of those things I don't need to recount, because I don't even want people to remember Ogun State for that terrible era.
Don, we have to give it to you. When we watch the political debate on Ogun State, even the other candidate gave credit to you in terms of security improvement in the state. Yes. Now, will you say your accounting background actually helped in the situation or being a governor in the state?
I don't know. I won't say it's just about the profession, but it just happens that where Ogun State where we found ourselves when we came in, of course, my profession readily comes handy, and of course it has helped us. But I won't say that, yes, you may have people of other discipline, if they found themselves at the helm of affairs in Ogun State. Yes, if they have the determination and because it's important. If you are not sincere, you can't achieve anything. The sincerity must be there. You must truly, truly love your people, and you must be ready to give it to them. So I think that is what has helped. And the support that we are getting, we still get it every day from the workforce, who I call our landlords, and the generality of the good people of Ogun State, everybody. They believe in what we are doing. They see the sincerity of purpose, the determination, and that's how we started. And we are not looking back. And we thank God today that every facet that was bad, we are now turning it around. You just mentioned the one that, for me, what we did in security, it's critical. It's very, very important, because nothing can happen in an atmosphere of insecurity. So much so that you've mentioned it, World Bank rated us as one of the best, first four or so, in doing business in Nigeria. And when you take it in perspective and you look at where we were, just in the last survey that they did, Ogun State actually came last in the ease of doing business in Nigeria. And look at that turnaround that we will now be saying. In any case, let me even put it, because I don't know if, a lot of people must have gone through the report. I think it was 4 or 5 areas that they actually evaluated. Yes. So out of those, we were first in 3. So, the parameters was about 5. Ogun State came first in 3 in the entire nation. So what does that tell you? It tells you that, yes, we are getting it right. We have turned things around. And today, we are the beautiful bride. Everybody wants to come to Ogun State. They want to do business with us. At the last count now, probably maybe about 61 now. Every day, we are opening one company or another. People are doing shifts now. Before we came in by 4, everybody's gone home. But now we have 3 shifts, the morning, the afternoon, and those that do the night shift. So,
Excellency, let's hear another caller. Hello, your name and where you're calling from, please. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good evening. Your name, where you're calling from?
Is that Senator Ibikunle there?
Right?
Yes, very good evening.
Good evening, sir. I just wanted to say to you, make a very great point. In Nigeria now, we see that the APC is functioning and coming with this transformation. I want to ask you as an accountant, what role, what critical role would you play in order to transform our economy if APC come into government? And secondly, what other role would APC do in terms of helping us in our GDP per capita head? Because the lives of the Nigerians, the disposable income for the common Nigerians are not stable. That's the question and the contribution I would like to make. And finally, the power and health sector. What reforms do you guys have in your manifesto to tackle those epileptic and serious situations that have been burdening us for such a long time?
Thank you very much.
Well, thank
Could I
you.
get your name?
My name is Dennis. I'm calling from Leicester.
From Leicester. Okay, thank you very much.
Danielson. Okay.
Yeah, from
Well,
Leicester.
thank you. We are not saying transformation. If you have followed us, APC, we are saying change. Because you can't continue to transform what is bad. No. We want to change. We want to do away with what everybody, not just Nigerians alone, everybody world over. This is not where Nigerians should be. We are for change, positive change at that. It talks about the economy. In a scenario where the foreign reserve nosedive from about 60 billion to probably less than 2018, then you know there's a problem. In a scenario where even to have 3 square meal is a problem, then you know there's a huge problem. Look at the other day, look at the huge unemployment that we have. And it will continue to be like that unless we change our perception, we change the way we do things in Nigeria. As we speak today, Nigeria is a monolithic economy. Nobody wants to, oil make us lazy really. And we identify this. If you look at what we said as APC, 3 things that we said we will tackle. We talk about security, we talk about unemployment, and the third one is corruption. Because when you remove corruption, I mean, it has eaten into the entire fabric of what governance in Nigeria as we speak today. But for me, the last time when the immigration, when they called for application, you saw what happened. Indeed, at that time, people don't know. I think the maximum number that was even there for grabs after all that have been done is probably less than 5,000. Look at the number of people that came to say they wanted to apply for the job, even if it wasn't into deaths. That tells you that we are not getting things right. There's a lot of things that are in place. It will not happen in one day. We are no magicians. You must plan, you must know what you want to do. It's only here in Nigeria. Look at the dollar, for instance. Look at the exchange rate. I think sterling today, it will be about 300 and something, over 300. Dollars officially now, they said 198 or so. I mean, so where are we? What is happening to us as a nation? In the black market, you know how much dollar is. So how can we? And we do not have any other means of, income other than through maybe this dollar that we get from our oil. And look at what is happening to us as a nation. It's only in Nigeria that nobody will say anything when probably the interest rate will jump. Here, when you see basis points, maybe just 1 or 2 basis points, people shout. But in Nigeria, you will see absolute numbers. The thing will move from maybe 12 to 20, it will be 27, nobody talks. That is not how to transform a nation. So we have said, our party have said something that is key. If we are able to secure our place, like I've said, nothing can happen in an atmosphere, that is devoid of peace. In violence, nothing happens. When people believe that, what is happening is in the Northeast, look at what has happened now. So much so that, look at even our election. The military are saying that because of our engagement in the Northeast, we cannot even secure the entire nation. 14 local governments was affected, truly. So because of 14 now, they've delayed all the 760 remaining local governments. It tells you that security is key. Indeed, security will bring about even this economic rejuvenation that we want to do, because without it, nothing can happen. Okay. And we have said that unemployment is key. How do you tackle unemployment? Number one, through agriculture. Unless we go back to basics, it will be a vicious circle the way it is. How many people do even this, our oil, the energy sector, how many does he employ? Look at our young graduates. And how many can government, unless we are deceiving ourselves, how many can government, even in this UK, how many do government employ? You must let the private sector drive it. Any economy that would be successful must be private sector driven.
Okay.
And you must create an enabling environment for private sector to thrive. No investors will come. You look at what is happening now. Everybody is hedging now. Nobody knows what is going to happen. And that is why, unless we have this election quickly, Nigeria will be in the doldrums. We are actually in the doldrums now.
Okay. Let's quickly take, I think we have another caller. Is that on Skype? And where is he Skyping from?
Governor
Hello?
Amosu. Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
You're welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from London.
Okay.
Southeast.
Okay, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is Abioye Odeyemi.
Okay.
I just want to say hello to our governor of the state. I'm from Abeokuta.
Okay, good
I really
evening.
appreciate what he has been doing in our country, as in Ogun State. I really appreciate, because I could remember some 2012-13, we don't have any security in Ogun State at all. The security was so bad. I was a victim that I traveled from London with my son and I got robbed. We nearly killed. So since then I don't have interest of going to Nigeria anymore. But when you come as a governor, I can see when I went there, a lot of things have changed. I am even praying for him to go for second time because he has made a change in Ogun State. See, I was born and bred in Ogun State, Abeokuta. And since I was born and bred in Ogun State, I never see such a street, such a road in Ogun State in my life. I'm 50 years by age. I never see such a road in Ogun State. I was surprised to even see over edge. I was even thinking I was in Abuja. I prayed for him, and God will lift him up. God will be with him. We are not be able to go and fold, but we pray that he will win the second election.
Okay.
We really appreciate him. I'm really impressed.
Thank you very much.
I even pray if such a person can be a president in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Abiyoye.
My pleasure. Thank you. That's why we're there. That's what you elected us to do, to serve the people, and that we will do. And don't forget, we are Ogun State. And I'm not just saying this for the camera. You mentioned it. We were the first to have access to Western education. We were the cradle of civilization. You just mentioned, it's by no accident that even those that have had the opportunity to rule Nigeria from the Yoruba extraction, they are from Ogun State. You just name it. Whether it's Obasanjo, whether it's Shoneko, whether it's even the MKO, that nobody has achieved that feat. Everybody agree united on one man. The man is from Ogun State. Pick any discipline. The accountancy profession, I'm an accountant. Baba is still there, the doyen of the profession. Akitola Williams is there. You just name the profession, you will see us in the forefront. And it is not by accident that Ogun State is like that. So for us, for me, it's a challenge. And it's a covenant with me and my God and with all these people. Because when you see them, they show love, everybody believe in you, then you must work for them. And that's what we are doing.
Okay. Hello, our next caller, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, I'm Jimmy, calling from Belgium.
Jimmy from Belgium, you're welcome to the program, sir.
Yeah, just want to greet the Excellency.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, more greetings to you.
Thank you. Okay.
We appreciate what you are doing for Ogun State. But the issue, I want to ask a question.
Please.
The question is on the flag bearer of APC. We have seen what the governorship aspirants of APC have been doing, fine, but the presidential aspirant, that is in the person of General Muhammad Buhari,
Yes.
people are saying a lot of things, concerning, but where we have people like you, Amechi, Okorosha, Fashola, and the problem, people are saying now that this man, Buhari, is not qualified, or this or that. Why people like you, why people like you are here, and this man happen to be the number one flag bearer of APC, and now I can see that maybe other party they are trying to, turn, his integrity that is not capable. People like you that are there and other things. Why people like you don't sit down, or can you please shed a light to this?
Thank you very much.
Well, let me quickly say this, that unfortunately we have taken politics to a level that world over it is never done. Look at what has happened today, for instance. If you look at the papers this morning in Nigeria, even on the social media, they said General Buhari is sick. Some even insinuated that he's on life support. They were writing a lot of what I would call nonsense, if I can use that word here. This is the same man, General Buhari. This morning, we went to meet with former Prime Minister Tony Blair. We walked, the man walked with us out, everybody could see. And some people back home are saying the man is sick, he was flown in an ambulance. They were saying a lot of things about him. That is where they've taken politics to. But let me tell you the whole truth. People will resist change, really, particularly a positive one. And when, over the years, they've been used to what I call high-level corruption, ineptitude, people are not doing anything. And they realize that, oh, these are a set of people that want to truly come and effect change, positive one. Of course, they will be jittery, they will be confused, they will be desperate, and they will go for broke, which is what is happening now, because it has never been this bad in Nigeria. And let me say this, and I'm saying this not because I am APC. I am saying this because I'm in Nigeria. Where we found ourselves today, the man that can fix Nigeria is General Muhammad Buhari. If we have other candidates, we will have. Of course, I will do that. Not minding that, yes, I'm APC, but I'm APC, but I'm not speaking because I am APC. I am speaking because I'm a Nigerian and I love Nigeria, a patriotic Nigeria at that. We need a man of General Buhari's status, a man of General Buhari's character, a man of General Buhari's steadfastness, a man of General Buhari's transparency to come and resolve Nigeria. And he will do it. And because they know that, oh, victory is in the air, of course they will want to do all manner of things. Imagine, will it not be an insult for us even as a nation, for anybody to now begin to query the academic qualification of General Muhammad Buhari? Even our constitution says that even primary 6. And when you look at him, you've seen him talk, you've seen him attend so many events, even debates, all sorts. When he goes, he's given papers, he's been to Chatham, he's been to everywhere. Does he come across as somebody that is not educated? Does he come across as somebody that is not informed? This is somebody that have ruled Nigeria, yes, even though we are not for the military. I'm not in support of even military, any administration. Democracy, even the worst form of democracy for me, is better than even the best form of military rule.
Well,
and that is why
actually said you have a long-standing relationship with Buhari from your ANPP days.
Yes, I do. For me, it's like when you see like times we want to flock together. Let me put it like that. When you see somebody that is very straight, it will be straight to you. You get to his house, you say, oh, this is a former head of state. Mind you, and I want Nigerians to know this, you just mentioned the office that General Buhari hasn't occupied. He was GOC, he was chief of army. Indeed, he ruled the entire northeastern states, 7 states now, the northeast of Nigeria. He was in that same Maduguri, Borno state. That was where his office, as the governor of the northern east. 7 states put together. He ran the thing well. He left the place. He was the petroleum minister, not what is happening today. The man was in that office. He left the place again. The man was the head of state of Nigeria. And you get to his house, you realize that, wait a minute. Oh, this is different. This is not just the norm. Nothing. It's just as you and me. Even we have more than he has. If he has been in all of those offices, he had all the opportunities in the world to enrich himself. The man did not. Straight to the core. So what else will you want? Yes, there may be, we're human. Nobody is perfect. Yeah. But I think with age, lesson has been learnt. If there are some things that probably people say, oh, he did this while he was in the military. Military is different from democracy, really. He didn't just throw himself on us. We went through primaries, everybody. So he has now grown from the General Buhari of maybe 1983. I mean, it's different. But people, when they want to be mischievous, they will still want to place him. Look at even where we are. Look at even London. Yes, you will see improvement every day. Improvement every day. And so, and this is somebody that every day the man is developing himself. So if anybody will come now and begin to call blue, yellow, red, blue, they are just being mischievous, to say the least. Imagine somebody, you don't wish anybody dead, whatever the circumstances. You do not. Even from where we come from, you know what I'm saying. You do not. But in Nigeria today, because of politics, because people want to now they want to just be mischievous for nothing. Now look at what they are saying. And the last one, the most current, is what I've just told you. Now in Nigeria, they say, General Buhari is almost dead, he's in the hospital, is this, is that. And they knew quite right. The government have all the machinery. The man left with British Airways. Everybody saw him. He cleared the custom, the immigration by himself. He will not even allow you to carry back. He would walk like that. You cannot even catch up with him when he's walking.
So he's under pressure.
So they now said he's in one hospital, is this, is that. Today we were there with former Prime Minister Tony Blair. We even went around, do this, do that. So before even I came here, the man is visiting this and that, receiving visitors.
Okay.
So
do we have a caller on the line, and your name, where you're calling from? Hello? Okay, yeah, let's get the Skype caller in. Hello, you're live with us. Hello, we can hear you. No, we can't hear you. Hello. Right, well, while we're waiting for him to come back in. Now, will you say it's wrong on the assumption that people actually feel that the people around the presidential candidate of your party, APC, the likes of the former governor of Lagos State, that they feel that if APC is allowed to come into power, basically they're handing Nigeria to the likes of the former governor of Lagos State? Will you agree with people's ideology or thinking in that direction? You know, just like what I've said, you see, if you want to hang a dog, you just want to give it a bad name. They are talking about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Between us, number one, it is patently untrue. It's a lie that Asiwaju will have handed Nigeria to Asiwaju. No. This is not about Lagos State alone. We are talking about Nigeria. And for me, I don't have any apology if Asiwaju is part of those that is effecting this change, and it will effect the change. I don't have any apology. And between us, I want to just ask this question. Lagos has been there for ages. Lagos, when Asiwaju came in, their IGR was about 600 million. Within 8 years, this man drove the IGR to about 12 billion within 8 years. Again, look at what has happened to us in Ogun State. My predecessor, of course, increased the IGR from 300 million. Within 8 years, he pushed it to 730 million. Somebody in Lagos, from 600 million, in 8 years, he pushed it to 12 billion. You see it? For us in Ogun State now, when we came, we made 730 million. Now, within 3 years, in fact, within the first 2 years, of course, we were in 4 billion. Today, we thank God for his mercies, and we thank our people for their support. We have now crossed the 6 billion mark. We are even, it's not static, particularly with what is happening at the national level now. Because even people that even pay their taxes, it is when you are paid. For example, the federal government, they've not been able to pay. So even all those federal workers, they can't receive their salary. You know, it's intertwined. So except for those ones, we probably will be talking now that, oh, we are now 7 billion, because we were almost hitting 7, but the thing nosedive. In some months it can be this, in some months it can be that. But we have crossed
the 6 billion mark.
Fresh mark.
We're just 3.5 years. So what does that tell you? If you look at the number of times we have increased it under 3.5 years, almost 10 times. And somebody did that with 600, imagine what he did within 8 years. And if you look at Lagos then and look at Lagos now, is it the same thing? It's not. He has added value. So whatever anybody want to say, Asiwaju has done well for Lagos, and by extension, he has done well for Nigeria. And look at what he has demonstrated. Asiwaju left, he put a successor there, whatever anybody want to say. Has Fashola not done well? It's there. Lagos now is in the Committee of Nations, is the Committee of Cities that, they know that, this city is now more or less like a smart city, mega city status, and which is what we are trying to do back home in Ogun State.
Okay.
So if you see somebody that can do something well, why will you want to take away from him? So Asiwaju, to ask the question, Asiwaju is not, repeat, not the only person driving the change that we are talking about. But he's one of those in the forefront, and we're happy to have him in the forefront of those that are pushing for that positive change.
Very well. Let's take our next caller before we go on a short break. Do we still have you on?
Hello?
Yeah, your name and where you're joining
my name
us
is
from?
Idris Musawa. I'm calling from Luton.
From Luton, okay.
I would like to seize this opportunity to welcome the team of APC to UK. I think this is one of the most interesting things we have witnessed since.
Can you turn down the volume of your TV at home? Are you still there?
Hello?
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here.
Let him continue.
Okay, continue with your question.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes,
continue with your...
Hello?
Yes, we are
Continue.
hearing you.
I would like to seize this opportunity to welcome the APC team and equally let you to know that I think APC is one of the most interesting party we have witnessed in the last 16 years of civilian incursion into Nigeria. And from what we have seen, APC is a very formidable political party that has, even in the recent time, made the ruling party to sit very tight by knowing that they have a very serious opponent. In the last few days, we have seen the Nigerian president commissioning a lot of projects. I think this wouldn't have been possible without a formidable party like APC that really pose a serious threat to the ruling party. And we hope the change we are aspiring for a long time will come and materialize in the present Nigeria so that we can move ahead.
Okay.
Thank you, amen.
Thank you.
And
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Let me thank you, Idris. That is what we are trying to achieve, and I know that God's willing and with the support of Nigerians, that change will come. Indeed, for me, APC is an idea that its time has come, and nothing absolutely in this world can stop an idea that its time has come. So we are ready, we are determined more than ever before, not even minding the postponement which we were vehemently against. We will carry the day, and Nigerians will be the better for it.
Right, let's take our next caller. Hello, you're welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling from. Hello, go on.
Hello,
Yeah, go on. I'm with you.
this is Dele Momodu.
Okay, Bob D.
My brother.
How are you? It's good to see our very dear Governor Amosu.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I just saw your lovely wife, my sister, with Mrs. Buhari a few minutes ago.
Thank you.
And I got home, and who am I seeing on my screen? I've been enjoying your interview, and on a very serious note, just hope that Nigerians will take this opportunity. It doesn't come every day. The last time we got close to it was in 1993. It has taken us another 22 years to get this far. And all I wish to do is to encourage you to continue the good work you are doing. And we will continue to pray. Like you said, people are going to be afraid of change. It is normal. There is nowhere in the world where you are about to have this kind of monumental development. Some people will resist it, and all you have to do is just continue. And like I said, I hope our people will take that advantage. General Buhari, that I know is very fit, is mentally alert, is very disciplined, and all the propaganda that we all believed in the past, it has taken some time for us now to see it as what they were, serious propaganda. It's not going to end. They are not going to stop the next 5 weeks. I must tell you, APC will have to sit up to the last second because these guys can spring any joker at any time. So God bless you and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Baba. Let me thank you so much. Truly, it is not probably because it's here. We have to say it the way it is. Anytime when I go through his back page on Saturdays, and I see it, I will send him to SMS him to say that well said, wonderful, very incisive. We have to say it the way it is. In the final analysis, we all go one day. So probably that is what people don't know. People have been there before. People have been governor before I was born. People will continue to be governor long after I've gone. So it is whatever we do now, and that's why we should fear God. Whatever we do, we should fear God, and we should be ready that, yes, there's somebody watching there.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you very much, Babdi. We're going to use the opportunity now to quickly go on a short break, and when we come back, we will continue a little bit more with His Excellency, who we're privileged to have here, the governor of Ogun State, the gateway state from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So stay tuned with us. We'll be back after a short break.
I'm a passionate Nigerian, just like many of us out there, in millions. But there's a season, and the season now is Nigeria 2015 election. The most important part of this message is please don't allow yourself to be used for any political violence. Look at the leaders. Look at the way they interact, the way they talk to us, the way they behave. At the end of the day, they are only looking for that single vote that belongs to you. It's not a do or die affair. It's a do to vote very, very wisely. And that's the most important thing you can offer to them. At the end of the day, your vote do count. Thank you.
Morning, Mr. President. Morning, sir. How are you, Mr. President? How is the campaign?
The poor state of road in the gateway state before the coming of the present administration has been of utmost concern to the government of the day and the citizens, as it has also stalled the economic development of the state over the years. On assumption of office, one of the promises made by the government of Senator Ibikunle Amosu was to improve on the infrastructure he met on ground, which will then pave way for growth in both social and economy of the state. This has long begun, and so many breakthroughs have been recorded before the administration's 2 years in office. Day by day, different feats are being achieved through different road rehabilitations, reconstructions, construction of new ones, construction of drainage systems, and bridges cutting across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. The first of its kind in Ogun State is the 6-lane carriageway in the state capital, Abeokuta, that is the Ibara-Ita-Eko Oke-Shokuri-Totoro Road. The 2.4-kilometer road was constructed and delivered by the contractor within 8 months. It was commissioned on the 28th May 2012 to celebrate 1 year in office of Senator Ibikunle Amosu's administration in office. Thereafter, the construction of the first flyover and a world standard pedestrian bridge in Abeokuta was immediately started at Ibara Roundabout. The flyover cost 1.5 billion naira. The construction of the bridge is to decongest traffic mostly experienced around the axis and to allow motorists link to other parts with ease. Tirelessly, the CCECC continued work at the site day and night. They worked to meet the deadline given by the state government. The first citizen of Ogun State, Senator Ibikunle Amosu, on countless occasions, morning, afternoon, and night, paid visits to the site to monitor the progress of work. The mandate was met. The first flyover in the history of Abeokuta met all the standard required of it. Built with the materials that will guarantee a long-time usage and a beautiful landscape to complement. On the 24th of January 2013, another remarkable history was recorded in Ogun State. The #1 citizen of the state.
Welcome back. We're still live here on www.bentelevision.com, Sky Channel 182, Freeview Channel 244, and of course those who are watching us in Nigeria, especially in Abuja, on StarTime Network. We are still with the governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Senator Ibikunle Amosu, who has been telling us what is actually happening in the state and nationwide as viewers have been calling in. But let's quickly go back to Ogun State. Ogun State as the leading in terms of actually economy in Nigeria. What more can you do in the sense that you really want to expand the economy of the state by so hopefully creating more employment for the people? How do you intend to create that international attraction to some other organizations?
Well, thank you. The only way to go really is to drive our IGR. The day Ogun State hits maybe 20, look at Lagos now. Lagos is almost hitting 29, 30 billion. That's the way to go. And it will not happen by any miracle. You have to plan for
That's
it.
per month.
So yes, the first thing you do, it's been done. So many empirical researches have confirmed that infrastructures plays a significant role in any economic or social development of any nation, whether state, whether city. So the first thing that we tackled, of course, education is key. It is those that are educated that will now, of course, transfer all of those that they've learnt into all the other sectors and other areas. But we believe that, yes, we've taken care of education, but infrastructure is key. Indeed, agriculture is the fulcrum, is the pivot on which all the things that we want to do will rest, because agriculture will do a lot of things for us. It will feed us, it will employ our young ones, it will give us the much needed income that we need. Even some of this, when it is well done, we'll begin to even export and generate even the foreign currency. But to achieve all of those, our infrastructures must be in place. Number one is the road. If the road is not there, what are we talking about? Even all this agriculture that we are talking about will not be there. No sane investor will want to come where there are no access. They will not come. They will not. And in any case, if people will say, somebody say, I'll give you this, they will ask you, what do you do? They will look at you. You are bringing somebody from even London here to get to the place they can't get to, the pothole, this, that, muddy area. Nobody will come. Even to cite their industry, they will not come. They won't come. So the first thing we did was, okay, yes, we educate our people. Let's go for infrastructure development. And today we have good stories to tell. It's not as good as it is here in London when you get home now. And that is the drive. Once we fix the road, of course our water is running. Indeed, the roads we are doing, all the pipes, some of those pipes were laid in the 50s, even the water pipes. There's the primary one, the secondary one, and the tertiary one. So in Ogun State now, in all our roads now, we have completed the primary one. We have almost completed the secondary one. The tertiary is the one that will take it to your houses. That's what we are trying to do. Wow. We believe that if you look at Dubai, and that drives me every day, look at Dubai. In 1990, 1991, I was in Dubai. We waited for the second day to get flight. No flight. Look at this success story today. It takes the determination of one leader.
So you believe that there's something to do with leadership? Yeah,
I understand that he came here and he was probably downgraded. They said there is no first class and he was angry. And he asked them, can't we do this? And look at it today. Look at Dubai. Was Dubai like that 20, 30 years back? It wasn't like that. So if you have the determination, there's nothing that stops us from having, yes, it will not happen in one day, but we must start somehow. Oh, what we see in London here, yes, and that is what we are trying to do. If you're in London here, you leave London now, you go to outside London, you will see it may not be in the same probably magnitude. It may be on a smaller scale, but you will see it there. You see maybe mini, whatever, Tesco, mini Sainsbury, there are different sizes. Oh, this is Argos, big size, in this small one is there. That is what we are trying to recreate. But for you to have all of this, even investors that will come, security must be there, number one, very key. Infras must be in place. What are the infra? Infra, I've mentioned it, our road must be full,
But then, of course, Ogun State as well has a lot of federal government roads. How have you been able
The truth is this, all of the roads that we did, all. In fact, let me even probably give it to them and say that maybe 96% of the roads we did, maybe significant, insignificant, infinitesimal, maybe 2%, 3% are Ogun State roads. They are federal roads. But truly, there are no federal people. When you write to federal, 18 months, 20 months, they are not replying you. You write them to say, okay, we want to do this. They are not even replying. So we just ignore them and say, okay, let me just continue. And look at today. People that are coming to invest, they are not waiting to who did the road. Look at Procter & Gamble. Oral-B, that toothpaste, and a lot of host of other things that they do. Pampers, all of those things that they do there. When I got there and I said, wait a minute. Ogun State now is the hub for West African sub-region. Before they were in Ghana, they are now in Ogun State. So I'm happy. Biloxi. So today in the ESCO in Ogun State, I tell you that I don't want to see anything that is not made in Ogun State. And lo and behold, it's happening. The water we drink is from Ogun State. All the juice, everything we did is fruit juices is from Ogun State. And we are taking a full advantage of what the value chain that agriculture offers. And if you look deliberately so in our program, in our manifesto, we said agriculture that will lead us to industrialization. Yeah. Because we are saying that whatever we plant now, whatever we grow now, we must process. Gone are those days where you do something now, all you do is just grow, some people come pack it. No. We are not saying that anymore. Okay. Whatever we grow, once you harvest, in fact, by the time you are planning to have, you want to have this farm here, we'll tell you, give us your plan. How do you want to process? Take advantage that value chain offers. So we'll let them know. Look at the Chi group now. They are in Ogun State. All of those ones, they are in Ogun State. I'm happy. Look at Olam. Look at the story that I like to tell all of the time. When we got there, Nesu was there. We went to them. What do you need? They said they need cassava. Oh, cassava, no problems. We'll get you cassava. What are the other byproducts? They said, who are your suppliers? They said Olam. Olam is like arguably the largest merchandising company in the world. They're owned by some Indians and some other, about 3 nations own Olam. Olam is your major supplier, no problems. We went in touch with Olam. Now, if you get to Ogun State, Olam is ready now. Fantastic building. They're there, the industry, beside Nesu. So we now ask them, who do your packaging for you? They say, Nikapaku. Instead of you going there I said, Nikapaku, come there. So the people that supply them are by their left. The people that, when they finish, the people that will do the packaging, it's by their right. So that's the way to go. So now, we have attracted so many of these companies to Ogun State. Outside oil, the largest American investment is in Ogun State. Procter & Gamble, they're there. So I am happy. Very good. Are you getting my point? Yes. Look at RAC. RAC, you can Google. They call them RAM. They're in Dubai. They're everywhere. If you look at what they are doing in Ogun State now, in sanitary wares, go and see in ceramics, go and see what they are doing. They're like the biggest. They're in Ogun State now. I am happy. look at Procter and Gamble. Look at even what Nestle just did now. Every day, they employ well over 5,000. I will explain. 1,500 in the morning shift, 1,500 in the afternoon shift, another 1,500 night shift. That's aside from the drivers, the security. If you add all of those together, it's about 5,002. If 5,002 people work every day, and I have about 61 companies now, yes, they are not of the same size. Yeah. There's no company that will not employ maybe 500. So am I not happy? Am I not bringing employment into the economy of Ogun State? And that is the way to go. Okay. And that's what we are doing.
Well, let's take another caller. Hello, your name and where you're calling from. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name, hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Good evening.
Is that me?
Yes, good evening. We can hear you.
Okay, good evening, Governor.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. My name is Cecilia.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, Cecilia. From where?
Yes, sir. I just want to bring you back to. Firstly, I want to say thank you for the good work you are doing.
My pleasure.
Yes, sir. And I want to believe this is an oversight. I was back in Nigeria in December.
Okay.
And I went to my mother in a little town called Okeri in Ogun State.
Okay.
I was devastated, actually. I was not very happy. I was seeing all the good work you are doing.
Yes.
Sir?
Okeri is one of our sites.
I want to believe is an oversight
Tourism.
on this little village called Okeri.
That's a tourist. Yes.
The roads are very bad.
Okay.
No lighting, no good water. Nothing was done in that little village. I want to bring you back to it, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. That's my contribution.
Okay, thank you,
Cecilia.
I know Kerry very well, but let me explain this. Even if we have today, if I have 1 trillion, there's no way we will finish the roads that we need to do even in the next 4 years. When we came in, we asked ourselves, people will still challenge me and say that, oh, our rural area, we have not touched it, you have to plan. If you don't have a plan, everything will collapse. And that is what we say. People accuse me, we are saying you have not done this much in health. No, you can't do everything. Yes, we have all our 5 cardinal programs. If people that have come before me, the areas they've done, I don't have to go there. You wouldn't go there again. Now, when we came in, we realized that, so what do? I want to attract people to come and invest in Ogun State. I will not go to the rural area to say I want to start their road. It's not that when we came in, maybe this place is good. Rural is totally bad. The urban is totally bad. So what do I ask myself? Where do we start from? So we have to start somehow. So we start from the urban, really, truly. And it's to attract investors, to believe in us. You are bringing some Americans, you are bringing whoever, some Britain to Nigeria, or whoever that want to invest. They come to Nigeria, they cannot even get to the place, no access to the place. Then there's a problem. I remember when Atlantis want to come to Nigeria, indeed, to Africa, and they've picked Nigeria, and they pick Ogun State, where they are going in Ipokia. To get to the place was a problem. And I asked myself, even they too, if we are coming to invest here, and there's even no road to the place, how do we come and invest here? So it's a challenge. To get to Akere, Akere is from Idiroko, you get to Agojaja, from Agojaja, you get to Ipokia, from Ipokia, you get to Mount, from Mount to Akere, before you get to the lagoon, to the ocean. So it's like that. But you ask yourself, okay, let's even take it one after another. When they are in Lagos, they are coming. The road they will take, by all means, they will take from Lagos, get to that old toll gate, get through to Iluawela Road, which is impassable before. Now it's Ogun Standard Road. They will now travel like that. So we need to know what we are doing. So we've started. There's no way, I know Kerry very well. Indeed, it offers some even tourist attraction that we want to do there. Okay. So I know the place. Okay. But there's no way we'll get to everywhere within 3 years. It's not possible. It's not humanly possible. After all, those roads have been there. People were there 8 years. The road was just not new. The road has been there for ages, probably even before I was born, probably even before my parents were born. So there have been governments here and there. So some did their bit, even some roads up to today, they'll say this is Babawolowo Road. Can you imagine that? Babawolowo died how many years ago? And when they refer to Babawolowo Road, look at the bridge we are doing now in Imekwafo. That Imekwafo bridge was done in 1955. The first one was done, yes, historians were telling me. One was done in 1940-something, the other one 1955. Nobody has touched that bridge. It's one narrow bridge, two cars cannot meet there. Even the Celestia, they are in Imeko, that's their headquarters. If you see the text, they've been sending me that there is no time when that a lot of accident deaths every day. It's there. Nobody, people have been governors before me. I'm not saying I've done everything, but I will do my bit. Other people will come and do their bit. So we are just fixing that bridge now.
Okay.
So it's like that. So I know Cecilia will get there. Please continue to pray for us. And our people, they are supporting us. But we don't have unlimited access to fund. It is what we are doing. Look at as we speak, our civil servants are complaining. They want this, they want that. We are only 2 states are paying salaries as and when due. Lagos, and we are paying as well. Struggling to pay.
Okay.
So it's like that. So thank you, Cecilia. We'll get there.
Let's take the next caller. Hello, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, my name is Femi. I'm calling from London.
Okay, you're welcome to the program.
Good, Mr. Governor, nice to see you in London. All the diasporas are calling for a change, and what they want to see, and I hope that APC is going to bring in voting for the diaspora. The other thing is, for your state, are you going to appoint a special advisor for the diaspora, for diaspora affairs, to be able, so that we can come over to invest over there and create what I think will be thousands and thousands of jobs for your state? And finally, I know that Lagos has got Lekki Free Trade Zone, and I know that Ogun State's got their localized deep sea port and liquefied natural gas. What is actually happening with that?
Thank you. Thank you, Femi.
Thank you. Yes, it will be a huge pleasure for me to get people in diaspora to vote as well. I mean, it's their right, but somehow I think we have not yet get there as we speak. Yes, by all means, we will need an essay on diaspora. We will need, because it will be like the bridge between what we are doing back home and those that are here. That is very important. Yes, it's noted, it's taken. Even we've had opportunities of people discussing this with me, I mean, severally. So we'll look at that and see what is happening. Now, you've talked about Lagos change or local and what have you. Yes, we want to. But again, development like Olokola is not something that states can do alone. It must have the buy-in of the federal government. Don't forget that even the little we are talking about on Olokola as we speak today, it was what President Obasanjo did before he left. And ever since he left, of course, it has been the states trying to see what we will do here, what we will do there. But as we speak, I am happy to report that, yes, we're on the right track. And with God on our side, once this change that we all clamor for comes in place, because nothing can happen until gas gets to that place. And that is a major challenge. Doing road access road to the place, no problems. But if you do all of these wonderful things, unless we have gas there, nothing can happen. So, but we're there, we're almost there, and I'm sure we will get there. So, thank you.
Thank you. Our next caller, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yes, I'm calling from Kent.
Okay, and your name?
My name is Adeshina.
Okay, please go on with the remark or question.
Yes, His Excellencies.
Yes, good evening.
Thank you for coming down. I have issue on the infrastructure in Nigeria. Most importantly, the public infrastructure. I'm talking about the airport.
Okay.
And then I will be very happy. You mentioned it earlier that there was a particular road done by Obasanjo. Does it mean that the airport we go is 1976? And that is what Nigeria is still embarking on. Keep on painting it. And then if you look at the front of the airport, that's going to show the image of this country, for God's sake. Please. I'm not talking about the party, but let's do the infrastructure that's going to be beneficial to everybody. I've seen most of the things you are doing in Ogun State. You can't do everything. But please, let's fix the infrastructure for the benefit of people living in Nigeria, not only for the investor. Because investor we go, we come and leave. But what about our people? Please, infrastructure is very, very important. I can see what you're doing. Please continue doing that. But let's have the infrastructure within all Nigeria, not only Ogun State. Please. And the way you are awarding the contract, the SLNC, please look at the contract figure. I want you to go down to your director, the commissioners. You might have a very good pay. But what about the people working under you? You can't do it alone. It's a teamwork.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Let me thank you for that question. Again, this is what we say. When they say transformation, what are you transforming? We talk about change. He mentioned that airport 1976 or so. That airport at installed capacity, when it's extended, will take 300,000 people. That was the design. Look at it now today. Look at the number of millions we have turned to. When the airport was done, what is the population of Nigeria? And again,
That's
this
the
is
international airport.
Yes. So, but unfortunately, that is what we have. That's our best, really. But for us as a state, I have said it. You see, the drive that we have, what we envisioned for Ogun State, is such that Ogun State can be as good as it gets. That's what we are trying to do. So he touched on the airport. Yes, we are doing one. Indeed, let me say this. In 1945 to probably 48, there was an airstrip in Ogun State, in Ibikunle, where they have now the Alamala Barracks. Indeed, that was why we have Commonwealth Cemetery on Ayetoro Road by the right. Okay. Because when they bring the wounded, the dead ones, it was that airstrip that they used. That's where they were using. But for some reasons, nobody has thought about it. We have land in abundance, everything that we want to do. Lagos, even if we want to do anything in Lagos now, we cannot. There's no space where the Lagos airport is. Those places, Mafoluku and all of those areas, that was where they left for expansion of that airport. And look at what has happened. The same thing, look, I will just give one or two examples. Now we are starting our light rail. We are starting our light rail immediately. And we want to connect people from Ogun State to Lagos. Right. Lagos is doing the red line now, the blue line we are going to do. Because when they classified Lagos as mega city state, it was with Ogun State. Because they know that there's no way. Indeed, I make bold to say, and we are on camera and we are brothers, over 60% of people that work in Lagos, even in Lagos state government, they live in Ogun State. Indeed, my challenge now is this. The middle cadre and the lower echelon of the civil servant, they live in Ogun State. We want to attract the top echelon to live in Ogun State. So that's what we are trying to do.
So which means you need to build new houses.
We are doing it. So people in diaspora now, and that's where I'm going. We are doing what we call MTR Heights. We have 3 Hill estates. We have the one that we've completed. People have Orange Valley is there. The new Marco is there. The one that will be the peak of the park, Metro City, is just where we have, when you are leaving Lagos, where they call Baja, where they call Kara, where they sell cows and all of those. Okay. We are relocating them. Those areas, that's what we are doing. It is to attract people like you and me, people that want to come and live with us. It is to attract them to Ogun State, and that's what we are trying to do. Now, if you look at, let me give another example now. Look at the express. Look at the express. The express, when it was done, I think about 42 years or so ago, the express, when they designed it, they told them that this express, you will need 10 lanes. They told them that, don't worry, this is the first phase. Let's do this first phase. After the first phase, we will come and do it in 5 years' time. Between you and me, 42 years down the line now, the best we are doing now is to still do 6 lanes and still do 4 lanes from Shagamu to Ibadan. Then there's a problem. We thank Mr. President for even doing that. If you notice, the long bridge, they call it the longest bridge. Okay. That bridge, you will see that because those people came and said, what are they saying? You need 10 lanes. You now say, okay, so you will see that bridge you go and look at the lanes on the bridge. I think it's about 8 or so, 4. Yeah. Because they were thinking ahead to say that, okay, when you want to do it in 5 years, you don't need to come back and do the bridge. Lo and behold, 42 years after.
That's the third mainland bridge.
No. The Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. That's the busiest road that we have in the continent of Africa. Then look at what is happening to us now. Even now, we are just doing 6 lanes, not even the 8 lanes. You go and measure the bridges, 8 lanes. Nobody's doing anything about it. So those are the things that we should correct. We should think for the future. We should not think about now. Here, they would look at what is happening to the airports now. They closed Terminal 2, they just open it. Look at Terminal 5. They are thinking ahead. Where are we going to be in 20 years? Where are we going to be in 30 years? Where are we going to be in 50 years? And that's why when I see people accusing me that you are doing road where we don't need, you are doing bridges where there's no water, I look at them, I laugh. Are they waiting for, when Babawolowo did those roads, what are our population? How many cars do we have those days? How many? The cars there, when we were young, we would sit by the road, we say, I will pick WE, somebody will pick WJ. Somebody will say W. Yes, or the plate number. In one day, maybe I'll be lucky to have 7. Another one will have maybe 5. We say, my own is this the same thing now? No. Even the way we are in Nigeria, some you have 10 cars, 1 person. So they expect the same old road to still cater for that. No, it will not happen. We must plan ahead, and that's what we are doing.
Okay.
We are thinking that where are we going to be in 20, 30 years' time? A road that will last the next 50 years before anybody can come. And all our, if you look at our bridges now, bridges over water, I do minimum of 10 lanes. So that one whiskey should come after me. If you want to now expand the road from my 6 to 8 to 10, you don't need to touch bridges. That's what we are doing, thinking ahead for them.
Very well. We're still speaking to His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Senator Ibikunle Amosu, here live in London. Let's take our next caller, your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Akin. I'm calling from Dagenham.
Okay, you're welcome to the program.
I have 3 questions for the governor.
Okay, let's hear.
The first question is, there is a bridge construction going on in Ijebubo now.
Yes.
They demolished a lot of houses. Some people were compensated, but they demolished my grandmother's house, and no money was given to her or to the family.
Okay.
They went to the local government. The name was there. Some people collected their own money, but they told us that the money has been returned to Abeokuta. Okay. I will appreciate if the governor can look into this.
Okay.
That's the first question.
Yes.
The second question is, what is happening to the ownership of Ijebubo? There is no development going on in Ijebubo because there is no Oba in this town. Then the third question is about security. No bank is operating again, as I'm talking to you now, sir, in Ijebubo, because there is no security. The other day, armed robbers went into a church to kill the chairman of the Ijebubo Security Association. So I will appreciate if the governor can answer these 3 questions, please.
Well, okay. Thank you. I will answer it. It seems you are more at home. Thank you. Come more. The first one you said about your grandmother's house. Yes, it may be true. You know, I'll be open. Now, look at that Ijebubo Road. People came, they were, you know, my deputy governor is from Agowi. And by all means, when we want to do something to a local government, don't forget that we have 20 local governments. Oh, we decided, okay, we want to honor our deputy governor. What do? We are going to your local government. We started the election at Agowi Road. Even our model school was in Agowi. It's ready, ready. Even the hospital that we are doing, it's there. But wait a minute, people in Ijebubo came to say that, wait a minute, these people have 4 local governments, 4 wards. Out of 11, we have 7. So why will you not do it? I said, don't worry, we'll get there. Because for me, we're in this local government. We don't have unlimited access to fund. We are in this local government. If we have come to this local government, we have to go to another local government. Otherwise, dividend of workers will not be even, will not be equal. But after much pressure, I said, no problems, let's go and start in Ijebubo. There's no way. That's why we told them that don't demolish all. Even if you have all the money in the world, they told me it will be 24 months before the thing is completed, the road we want to do. The bridges, yes, we may be ready maybe 12, 15 months. So we demolished those areas where we know that we'll quickly work. And we paid. Yes, it may be correct. There are some because, you know, even the people were excited. Just like what is happening to us in everywhere. They say, okay, we are come and demolish now. They will remove their roof. And when you see things like that, somebody that has complied, remove the roof, you did everything. It showed that they identify with the government. But there's no way we'll be able to pay everybody at a go. But we plan. We tell them that no, don't go ahead. Look at, we have issues on our hand now. People on their own volition. Even that challenge me now that come and demolish our place, come and do our own too. They will remove the roof on their own. Then there's a problem. Look at even in Ibikunle, if you go to Adato, to Shaje, to all, they have removed. I said, don't remove, because there's no way we can do it. We can't finish everywhere at the same time. So we'll look into it. We have not paid everybody that I accept. Some, because of issues, they don't know this one collects, they're going to court fighting themselves. We want to know, 5 people must sign, 3 people must sign. Was this what the family agreed, everybody signed, then we release the check. If his case is that, which means nobody knows who to give to, then if they go back there, they will be. If it's those that we have not raised the check, yes, we will raise it. The Ijebugbo Oba, I am not from Ijebugbo. Even if it is under my nose in Ibikunle there, it is the people that should do their work. They should sort themselves out. I've said this severally. As we speak, the case is Supreme Court. So if the case is in court,
you can't do much. If
you give me, they call it Omoye, if the kingmakers meet and they say, this is the chosen person, and there's no issues, the following we go to the council, we approve it, we ratify it. What do I'm not from there. I don't benefit anything that I will have a vested interest. No. I have told them severally, go out, just withdraw the case from the court. And everybody, you have elders there. Even in our parties in LBDU, all of these elders, they are all there. I agree on one person. They have refused to agree on one person. So they are using court to resolve it. So what can governor do? Government cannot play any role. Otherwise, it will be, okay, am I going to act ultra-virus and say, okay, I don't care? It's subject, something is in court. Will I just pick somebody? No. I have challenged. Each time I go there, they put this question to me. Everybody, give us Oba. I said, no problem. Call the elders. Challenge them. Let them withdraw the case from the court. Let all of them agree and say, this is our person. This is the one, the person who want to be the chosen one. That immediately will do our own. The law is very clear. So that one is not. The third one is what I want, security. Again, I've said this, and it is not Ogun State of those days. People still believe that we are still living in Ogun State of we can't sleep, we can't do this, we can't do that. Yes, it is not. I was told that once the APC is not there, then we can open. We have gone beyond that. And I've told the bankers, why is it that it is that place? We bought 14 APC. I have said it openly during my last campaign. And I said we have 14 APC. People should be fair to us. Ijebugbo has 1 APC. Agowe has 1 APC. That's 1 local government. 2 APC in 1 local government. No other place has that. Ijebu 1. Shagamu 1. 1 patrols the road. On the express between Ogere, 1 there. I mean, so what do we want to do? We have 14 out of 14.
And you have 20 local governments.
6 is in 1 senatorial district. So what do I do again? Now, wait for it. Somehow, the one in that senatorial district, after some they say this one is bad. These are brand new APC. Ever since we put the one in the central senatorial district, no problems. The one in the west senatorial district, no problems. Why is it that it is only the one in the senatorial district that is creating problems? God bless everybody. I'm happy that I'm speaking on here. I challenge them openly that please help us talk to. I don't know what is happening. The police too are helpless. So this is the first time ever. Once they say the APC is not working there, I say, don't worry, go and remove 1 from Central. Take it there. Are you getting my point? Indeed, go to a state that once we pack the APC there, the following 3 days is not working again. Then the rule now is that don't pack the APC, let's just be patrolling. So that's what we do. And for the first time, I refused. This is the first time I refused that. Wait a minute. What is the meaning of this? If everybody is doing the same thing, what is happening there, then nobody will have APC.
Okay.
So that, but no problems, we are at it. They said the APC, I said, okay, no, it's a brand new APC. In fact, nobody has that APC in Nigeria, and I make bold to say. And nobody matches our price, our cost. Look at the road. I forgot to answer the gentleman when he talks about the road. Again, I'm saying this with all sense of responsibility. People that want to be mischievous, they say, Ogun State is doing 1 billion per road. I challenged them the day we had. I said, mention 1 road That is this. That is. You are saying is 1 billion. He mentioned one road. He said, was it Shagamu Road that he mentioned? Just mention one road. It's Abiola Way also he mentioned. Immediately I answered him. Let me give you an answer. Look at Shagamu Road, Oba, they call it Oba Wale Road in Shagamu. Now look at that road. That road I think is about, I don't have the figure, maybe about 8 billion, that road. That road altogether I think is about 9 point something kilometer. Yeah. So even if you look at that, if we do a 9 point something kilometer road at 8 billion, even if there are nothing there, it is not up to 1 billion per kilometer. But wait for it. Cleverly, they will not tell you that on that road, we have a flyover that is 2 billion. We have 3 bridges that is this. So by the time you remove the cost of the flyover that is on that road, you remove the cost of the 3 bridges that is there, you see the price. And I challenge them that they should come and tell me any road that is about maybe between 400, some are even 300. It depends on the road. And I gave an example. There are some roads that it must be concrete road. Those are roads that maybe over 500 or so. Those roads. And they are just 2. And I explained to them, the Papa Ilaro road is muddy, mashy road. It must be concrete. If you do any other thing, it will collapse. It will fail. From Egua to Ojaudon, it must be concrete road. If you do any other thing, it will fail. So I explained to them that there's but people who want to be mischievous. In Nigeria, even the World Bank, when they did their rating, in contact, go and see, we came first. But for people that want to be, because number one, they did not believe it's possible. They never believe it's possible. When we said this one, even some of our leaders, they told me that, what do you want to do? Demolish house? How can you do? Which road do you want to do? Is it possible? I said it's possible. They didn't believe. It was when we did the first one, everybody was now saying, come and demolish my own. Come and do this. It was now, as we speak today, people are saying we should come and demolish. Come and do this. Some they will even demolish themselves. We are now in Ato Agbara Road. From Lusada to Igbesa. From Lusada to Alakpoti. From Lusada to Agbara. And back from Lusada back to Aton. We are there now. We are now in Sabo Shagamu to Delemo Emune Road. People, we are now in Agoshasha. We are fixing the bridge. We are going around like that. So it's like that. So our cost, and I pride myself, I've challenged them, you should not just sit in one corner to be talking because they are confused. They don't know it's possible. And frustration is a bad thing. Because they are frustrated now, they don't know what to say. So you will see people saying that, yes, initially they said, which road can he do? Now when they see that, this thing is true. Indeed, I was pleasantly surprised. You see our roads and bridges that was, is this? So no hold up now. We are planning for the future. Before nobody can go, you detour. I don't want to pass through it to go, you run away. Ijebu, they look at, every day people die. Look at that Mobile Lufon Junction Road. Look at what has happened there. Okay. Look at Shagam. All of those areas where we are, everywhere. Changes. People now see what we are doing. They appreciate it, and that's the way to go. Okay. So for Ijebu, no problems. We are almost through. Those ones here, we've told our bankers, look at the amount of money they declare every year. We did a security trust fund. Ogun State, what we have pumped in our security. Every month I know how much we spend on it. The total money that was given to us was about 700 million. Even to buy our APC, put pen on paper. The ammunition we bought for the police, over 4 billion was spent straight. Every month, look at nobody, not in this year of Nigeria, no one government have bought in one day 125 vehicles, gave to the police with 14 APC. Nobody. And I'm happy that the then IG said that in his 35 years or whatever, he said it openly, that he has never seen this in his life.
Okay. So let's take our next caller. Hello, sorry for your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, my name is Godwin. I'm calling from Luxembourg.
Okay. Okay. Godwin, good evening.
Belgium, you're welcome to the program.
Hello.
Go on, Godwin.
Yes, sir. I want to talk to the governor. Your Excellency, good evening.
Very good evening.
Okay, Godwin, talk to us. Don't listen to your telly.
Okay. So, yeah, sir, I'm happy you have narrated all your achievements in your administration. And most of the things you have been talking about is the infrastructures you have built, the roads, you're about to put water, and about agriculture. And sir, I am asking you, all these things, if it were good achievement, like you are projecting it, what is the difference from what you have done and on the state level and what the current president, Goodluck Jonathan, is doing in Nigeria today? Because we learned he has built a lot of roads more than his predecessors. He has revived the agricultural system. He has built railway. And yet, APC people are still accusing him of not doing anything. Does it mean that all these things that he said he has done, they were not real, or is it not visible? Are they lying? And if they are true, why are the APCs, they are saying that he has done nothing, that he has failed? So one other thing I want to say, please, Your Excellency, can you tell us about your presidential candidate, Mr. Buhari? What has he been doing? What has he done since the Boko Haram inception has come to Nigeria? What has he done as an elder statesman and as a former military man? What has he done to see that this Boko Haram issue threat is gone?
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Mr. Godwin. For me, yes, we are not campaigning here because you sounded more of the way you ask your question and you are entitled to it, whether you are PDP, whether you are APC, whether you are whatever party. There's one thing that binds all of us together, we are Nigerian. But of course, I will appreciate the fact that if you come clean and tell me that I am so member and I'm saying this. But even that aside, I am not the only person that is a Nigerian. All of us are there. Do you see, if there are 10 people in a place, and 8 is saying, oh, this is what is happening, and 2 is saying, we are not agreeing with what you said it is happening, it follows that it is those 8 that will most likely be correct. As we speak in Nigeria today, it is not what I say here. It is not me. If everybody is saying that, oh, there's a problem in Nigeria, and if you need, I don't think you need further proof or further evidences than what happened when the immigration said they want to employ people. If Nigeria is that good, if everything that we said is going on has happened, of course, I don't think we will have that kind of stampede. And I've demonstrated some things. I just said that when we got to office, the IGR of Ogun State was 730 million per month. Now we are doing over 6 billion per month. Now, if you look at Nigeria, I'm just talking now. Let me pick 3 things for you in Nigeria now. The first one, look at our exchange rate. How has our exchange rate fared between 4 years and now? How has our reserve fared between that time and now? If a 60 billion reserve nosedive to maybe less than $20 billion, then you know there's a problem. Is it what they said it is? The thing is going down. Look at our power generation. I said I would do 3 things. Look at our power generation. Is it increasing or decreasing?
They say it's increasing.
No, well, I don't want, you see, that's why I'm not here for campaigning. I'm here, yes, we should be, I'm a statesman in what we are saying. If I'm on campaign ground, I know what to say. All of this, but we are on international television. We should be seen to be statesman-like in what we say. I will not come here and castigate Mr. President as a person. No. I mean, that will not be the idea. I'm from Ogun State. We are respected of authority. If we are not going to respect that office, then I don't have any reason being governor. Even I have to respect the office of the governor, whether my predecessor did worse thing, did this, I must be moderate in what I'm saying. But I tell you that for at least significant percentage of Nigerians, they've all agreed that, yes, we need change. Things are not going right. Nobody can say they are not entitled to their opinion. For me, I believe that things are not going right in Nigeria. I believe that things can be better than where we are in Nigeria. I believe that Nigeria doesn't have any reason, as we speak today, where we will find ourselves where we are, that would be difficult for us to have an election. because we said our military cannot secure us, which is the primary responsibility of any government. So there's a lot of things. I'm not speaking here as a politician, as an APC. I'm speaking here. I'm governor to everybody in Ogun State, whether you are PDP, you are APC, you are whatever party. And that's what I'm saying here. So I'm not here to campaign. I have not said I'm not here to abuse President Jonathan or any. No. I'm here to tell you this is what I'm doing. As a governor in Ogun State, this is the way we've done. And what I think where we are in Nigeria, what we need to do. And that's what I'm here for.
Okay. Our next caller, are you still there? Your name and where you're calling from? Okay. From?
Calling from Bagina.
Okay, you're welcome.
I want to speak to the governor.
Yeah, go
Yes,
on.
yes.
Governor, I would like to ask you one question about your party.
Okay.
Well, the question I want to ask is about the conference. The conference. It seems your party don't believe it. You don't believe in the conference. Why?
Okay, thank you very much. Is that a national conference or which
Yeah,
conference?
I'm talking about national conference. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, let me say this. Yes, our party will have their position. But it's a very good question. Now, we demonstrate the fact that as statesmen, if we said our people, this is what they want. When our party said, oh, we didn't believe it, and they came with a reason. They didn't just say we didn't. They said, it's not that Nigeria is bereft of ideas. We've been talking. What has happened to all the talks that we've done in the past? What they are saying is that go and dust the waste report, use that, let it be the fulcrum on which everything will rest. That's what our party said. Not that we don't believe it. We just said, okay, we've been talking. So all this talk, what has happened to it? Talk is so. But for us, and I told them, yes, our party said it. We went to meet. The party called us as governor, and I said, for me, as governor of Ogun State, our people will want to talk. And of course, I nominated people. And let me put it in, Ogun State has the highest number. We have 21. I think the next state to us is about maybe 16 or so. Ogun State has the highest number of participants in that conference. I encouraged it. I nominated people. Even when I felt that we were short-changed, I went to Mr. President to complain that my people from Ogun West Senatorial District were not there. And thankfully, he acceded. Two of them. The Kabiyesi of the paramount ruler of Yewa land was there because I went to protest. For you to tell you that, yes, the way our party is run, democracy is at work. Even if our party said this is their position, I went to our party to say, for me, as the governor of Ogun State, our people believe that, yes, we can't say because they dumped all the previous reports, we should not talk. There's no harm in talking. Even when people go to war, ultimately they will sit down at the table and still talk, harmonize positions. So because of that, my people supported me. And Babalani Wajayi was there. The Senator Kuromu, my predecessor in the Senate, was the man that even midwife everything was there. So for Ladiola was there. Those are people that we nominated, and they were all there. So it was like that. So Pastor Bakari was there. All the people that we nominated, they were there. I nominated people, even when I felt that, our people are not being given their right share. I went to complain to Mr. President, and he acceded. So it is not that, your party said they are not. No, we are part of the party too, and we were there. We sent our people there. We believe that we should not boycott that conference, and we were there. Indeed, Ogun State had the highest number of participants in that conference.
Well, as we begin to round up, let's take our next caller again. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Shala.
Yeah, you're calling from?
I'm calling from Tottenham.
Okay, welcome to the program.
Good evening, Governor.
Good evening, sir.
I just arrived in London about 2 weeks ago. I'm one of the contractors that is working for the Ogun State government, to be precise, to bed.
Okay.
We've done a lot of jobs here and there. Even I'm very happy that around October, my wife came home. She's from Ogun State, Ibikunle, to be precise.
Okay.
And I was able to drive her around. We went to Igua, where we have projects. We went to Jebu, Ilaro. In fact, she was campaigning for all you when we saw all the bridges and the flyover. When some people are saying, are we going to eat the road? Are we going to chop the bridge? And he said, it's like you people didn't understand. Everybody needs the roads. Everybody needs infrastructure. But what I'm saying now is that most of we are contractors, especially doing the small scale ones, like the school, like the building, the term of payment is very, very difficult for us. And I hope that when the governor got back, you will look into this for us, especially we that we are major contractors to support. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. God bless you. Let me tell you the way it is. Even today, I get tests every day. It is true what he's saying. But again, this is what we say about our nation, about Nigeria. As an accountant, as a finance person, I have planned my life that, this is how I want to do it. I know between now and end of the month, I will get about maybe 6 billion by way of IGR. The IGR will not come in one day. It will come in trickles. Today, maybe 130 million. Tomorrow, 30 million. Today after, 80 million. But I will go to my bank. That is not loan. It's bridging finance. I just tell him, no problems. They are even falling head over heels to say, let me be the person collecting this IGR for you, that IGR. They know that, between now and the end of the month, it's there. It's guaranteed income. They know it will come. The only thing we don't know what will come today, what will come tomorrow. Yeah. When we were awarding SUBEB contract, because SUBEB, people need to know, we put our counterpart fund, then the federal government will put theirs. We awarded the contract. No problems. We've never had problem with all these our payments. All of a sudden in October, federal government just came up with one pronouncement to banks that no banks must lend any state any money that is beyond that's more than 10 million. So everything collapsed. My plan was in tatters because usually the money that I will pay to the bank that lend us that money is small money. But if they said no bank should, so a bank that will cover me to pay on a monthly basis, maybe just 40 million, maybe just 70 million, I don't know precise amount, because somebody somewhere have said if you lend anybody, we'll take your license. They stopped. That was why we had issues with salary. Wow. Because I know that, look at this month now. They were to go for FAC meeting in Abuja last Tuesday. They now said cancelled, that we should come back on Wednesday. Wednesday is probably 25th. I don't know. Today is 21.
Today is 21st.
21st. Yeah. Tomorrow is 22. Yeah. Monday is 23. 25th. Tuesday is 24. Yeah. Wednesday is 25th. Yes. The month ending 28th. This is February.
That's correct.
So if you go to Abuja to say you are talking about the money you give to state to pay, before they come back, they'll come back on the 26th, which is a Thursday. No, at best, before they say this is what they are giving you, 27th of Friday.
And then the following week, March.
The following March will be on the 2nd. Then the workers will say, you have not paid. Amosu has not paid. But we thank God that we are not depending or relying on that money. Because we are the only state outside in Nigeria, only 2 states, we generate more than what the federal government gives to us. Lagos, when I came in, we are 29th position. Today we are second, only to Lagos. So the SUBEB, everybody, that's the problem we had. The banks that usually cover us, because they have given the money, that's why we were able to lend the contract. So monthly, we give them that money, maybe 40 million, maybe 50 million. We have different schemes, MDG, SUBEB, this, that. That's what we do. The banks that normally cover us, they know that before the end of the month, I'll collect my money. Stopped. Because the federal government said they should not. So if you are not giving me the money you should give me, if at the end of the month I'm expecting 5 billion from you, you didn't give me, you said you don't have, you gave me 2 billion, and you are not allowing me to use my financial sense to manage my account, then there's a problem. That's what. But I have good news for SUBEB people. Because of this, I've been running around. People, if they must believe government, if they can't believe government, then there's a problem, there's a crisis. Nobody will want to touch the government with longest of poles. On my honor, within the next 2 weeks, we have devised another means, because we cannot continue for people to be suffering. People in good faith came to work with the government. But somehow, we had our plans. Some have scuttled our plans. So if they said no bank should, so there's a problem. There's a problem. So that was exactly what happened. But on my honor, we have met with the banks. We now told them this is what we will do. Because they said you cannot borrow us. Don't worry, don't borrow. we are doing this, this is what we will do. So within the next 2, maximum 3 weeks, they will begin to see that we have resolved it.
Well, we are still talking to His Excellency. We want to say thank you very much for all our viewers and our callers, and sorry for those who really can't get through. On the last note, really, let's give His Excellency probably 30 seconds to round up and give us, the diaspora, Nigerians and diaspora, a message of hopefully goodwill and, of course, what we should expect as the election comes on the 28th of March and April 11. Your Excellency, your final word.
First, let me thank you for giving me this opportunity. For me, I don't like, I'm just probably this camera shy, media shy. I don't like to be talking. I've been given an assignment to do. I just prefer to be left alone to do my job and let our job speak for us. I know that severally I've been invited, and I want to apologize publicly to that. Not that I don't want to come, but I ask myself, I have a lot of things doing. Even when I come to London, I'm running back. If not for this interview, I am gone tonight. First thing tomorrow, I'm off. So go back to do my job. So I want to thank them, and I want to thank particularly our people in diaspora here. I see that we are attracting you now. Because if the home is not conducive, people will not come. If you come home, you have nasty experience, you come home, this is nice, that is nice, no light, no road, no whatever, then there's a problem. So we are working on all of those, but I want to please implore you and encourage you to at least, yes, you are here, but home is home. People will argue that where is home? Home is where you can sleep soundly, where you have work doing, where you will wake up, security is there. That is home to many people. But we are recreating that. So that, I mean, if my mom, when my mom was alive, she was here and we said that somebody is going to the market, I sent my daughter, Kofelo and Kokowa, by 12 midnight. I said, hey, 12 midnight. Hey, they thought they were in Nigeria, but now it's happening. Nightlife is coming back. And that is the way it should be. So for me, it's a covenant with me and my God, and people that will serve them, will work for them. For the coming election, there's only one way to go. We must continue to develop. We must continue to improve on our social and economic standing and status. And for that to happen, you must have a government that meant well, a government that is determined to work for the people. Because otherwise, we are no magicians. No. You cannot give what you don't have. It is when you are in office that you can correct this. People never believe our little effort is possible. If you have not been there, they wouldn't have seen this. It's because we were there that we were able to show that truly, we are not going to come and make mouth. You will see our work will work for us. And it's happening now. So we want to do more for our people. So we're imploring them. And I know, and I have to thank our people back home. Indeed, what keeps me going is the support, the warmth. Look at our campaign. We went to all the 236 wards. Nobody, I challenge anybody that have done it in Nigeria, they should tell us. I went to all the one by one, all my wards. And you get to some ward, you ask the question, they say, they are still waiting. No, all of them are waiting. 2 a.m., pictures don't lie. 2 a.m. people, we get there, they will be dancing. They will be happy to receive me. Those are the things that humbles me. Those are the turning that every day I ask myself, God, thank you. Look at the way our people are accepting us. And that gives me the push, give me the turning, give me the determination, give me the encouragement to say, they are appreciating what we are doing, I must do more. So thank you.
Well, very well. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. As he said, they are happy with what he's doing in the state, and that gives him the motivation to continue to do more. On behalf of Ben Television and, of course, our viewers all over there, out there, watching online at www.bentelevision.com, Freeview channel 244, Sky channel 182, we say thank you very much and have a wonderful weekend. And once again, thank you very much, Your Excellency, for being here with us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Estimated upon completion to accommodate about 76 families. As a prototype of the Housing Corporation's community, the 2, 3, and 4 bedroom housing units of detached and semi-detached buildings have all reached advanced stages of completion. The drainage around the buildings and the security building are also being put in place. With the landscaping and painting of these houses already in place, the beauty and concept conceived for the new Abeokuta city is already coming to reality. in its commitment to develop housing units that are well designed, environmentally friendly, and affordable to buyers. The administration of Senator Ibikunle Amosu, in partnership with the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, has also commenced the construction of
We are abreast of global standards delivered by top technicians using some of the most advantages. At Arik Air, we don't just believe in flying, we are passionate about the flying experience. An experience that safely delivers you at each destination, feeling comfort and pleasure. An experience which truly keeps you closer to your dreams. This is our vision, today, tomorrow, and beyond. Arik Air, Africa's fastest growing air. Every day starts with a vision. And as the saying goes, if you believe you can fly, you will. At Arik Air, we are determined to make good of every promise we make, maintaining operational excellence, an efficient fleet, and team friendliness. Flying demands the best of safety procedures, and that is why we are abreast of global standards delivered by top technicians using some of the most advantages. At Arik Air, we don't just believe in flying, we are passionate about the flying experience. An experience that safely delivers you at each destination.